Now, you briefly described the modules. Tell us what gets the best results in your experience. So give us a roadmap to building a winning Premium A+. What is the best way to present it?
Yeah, so I mean, I really like to use that whole real estate space to talk more about your product and a little bit more about your brand. But this is bringing out different features, and I've seen people get really creative with this. Even adding like a frequently asked questions section, right? That you can educate your customers about your product, even though they weren't thinking about it, or maybe if they had any questions, now you can address that. So using it as a frequently asked questions, talking a little bit more about your brand, even a video over there that just describes your product. Just you already got them to the bottom of the page, which means that they're pretty invested. So now you want to use that to kind of like seal the deal and explain to them why your product is better than everyone else.
How does that does it interfere or conflict with the questions that people ask? Because there's also the questions module, right? That
Yeah,
Amazon
no,
was.
it doesn't interfere because that's a whole separate thing. I'm saying in your design, make it frequently asked questions, question and answer as an infographic and upload as part of your A plus content, even the regular A plus content, not specifically premium A plus, but just another, since you have a lot more real estate space, I'm saying you can add it there. But it's a great idea. You can educate your customers and you can explain things to them that you want them to understand about your product.
Okay, and also they have the comparison chart, right? So you can create.
Mm-hmm.
So let's cover that. What's the best use of the comparison capability?
Well, yeah, so I see a lot of people doing like cross promoting their products on there, which is a great idea. So if you're selling a vitamin C serum and you have a hyaluronic acid, or if you want to cross sell your products, a lot of people use it there. Or people just even make their own comparison charts, but in a graphic comparing them and their competitor to explain the difference.
So this is a bit of a controversial subject, right? So if you are creating marketing materials, you don't want to use your competitor in it. Why would you want to give them exposure? So that's one.
No, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Not to not. I mean, you don't have to write out straightforward who it is or what it is, but you could say based on our like this is us and then the competitor without any names and explain why you're better and why you stand out and then why they should purchase from you. Because at the end of the day, if someone has questions, that's the main reason why they're not purchasing from you because they're still confused. They still have questions about something. But if you answer all the questions like, hey, this is why I need the product, this is why it's better, and this is why I should choose this one and not the other ones, then they're going to purchase your product.
Yeah. Well, I tell you one thing that we've done with one of my clients. They sell floor kits, so you can buy their product, and with that you can redo your garage floor or your workshop or whatever using epoxy. So it's an epoxy floor kit.
Yeah.
So everybody who sold this kind of product, they didn't sell it as a kit. They were just selling the epoxy, but you need other bits and pieces. So they created a kit. So we wanted to do a comparison chart, and everybody else, because they were not selling kits, it's like 1/3 the price. So it's like everybody's cheaper. How are you going to compare to anybody else, right? It's you are the most expensive. So, but we wanted to emphasize the value of this. So what we did, we created multiple categories in which we made comparison. And one of them was the square foot coverage, how much this does.
Okay.
And then we translated that into dollars. How much does it cost you, the consumer, to per square foot to redo your garage floor? And guess who was the cheapest?
Yeah, makes sense.
So
that's a very brilliant idea because that's one way that you can show a comparison chart and then explain that to the customer why it's a little more expensive up front, but long run it's not more expensive.
But you know, the controversial part was we actually put their product picture, their ASIN, and ours. Of course, ours was the first one, and then we
Really?
put the, yeah, we went all the way. Like we put the brand, the picture of the product, the price, everything. It's like, you know, we are promoting theirs. So
Yeah.
so we put everything there. And of course, when you, and visually, when we created, which by the way was Premium A plus, so when we created it, it was all very nice green color, like the cheapest, best value with a check mark right next to it. best value. And then you have the other, of course, we put, I believe we put 3 others. So we were comparing 4, and all 4, and we put like slightly distorted pictures of the product, like not so good. And
So it makes it look like cheaper quality.
like, you know, when they are running these political ads, you know, the negative ads, they
I think
always
everyone
put
looks so bad.
the angry face, you know, they put the angry face. So we put the
Just to make
angry.
them look much worse. It's like whenever they use, like when you put your put them in like a black and white, and then you put yours in color, just to make you stand out much more.
Yeah. So anyway, so that, and by the way, this is an expensive item, like $700 a piece.
Wow.
So and they and you know, conversion rates go down according to the price point, but
Price, yeah.
they were
Sure.
getting pretty good conversion. So it was well worth it. So anyway, so that's the story about the comparison chart. So